Okay, Mary Lou, this is Dennis. It is Monday morning. I just called you on the phone about your 7-iron to remind you, but it reminded me that I didn't send your video review from the lesson. So very briefly, what I'm trying to do is to get you to feel that the club needs to begin more inside and come down more inside. And this video is jumping around. Let's get it steady. Here we go. The other thing, in order to do that, what I'd like to do is to get you to feel a little more level with your turn. That extra turning motion that you do, you're really supple, so that extra turning motion that you do has your body tilted this way. So we're trying to get away from that because that's going to be even harder to get down on the inside. So you're tilted that way. So what I'd like to do is just shorten that backswing slightly. It's not even long with your arms, it's just leaned or tilted with your body. Let me get a look here for you. So the backswing, I'll make her left-handed. So you see the body leaning this way. That's kind of more of the turn that we want. And you've always had this habit a little bit when I worked with you before. So you see, when you set up to the ball, even there, you could get yourself tilted back this way a little bit more and not so straight. So when she sets up to the ball, there's a little bit of a tilt to the spine like this, and then she keeps that tilt in the backswing. So all that left shoulder does is go around. For you, what we're trying to do is get that point where, so I think if we tilt you back a little bit more at the address, it's going to be a big help, but that's what I'm trying to get away from in your backswing. So when you just feel your body tilted back this way a little bit more, because what we're trying to do is get down more on the inside. Okay, and that's the whole purpose of the lesson here, is to get you down inside. Okay, so I think your grip is good, your setup is great, your posture is good. We don't have to worry about that. I'll tell you what I want you to do is you set up to the ball, tilt your spine back and move this shoulder back. Actually feel like your shoulders are closed with your spine tilted back a little bit more, so that when you get up to the top, our goal would be to get you down in that little cone there. See where it comes? The club gets thrown outside there. That's what I'm trying to get rid of. You have to get a hair more on the inside, because your release is pretty early. You're kind of a caster of the club, but that's just not something we're going to get rid of, because you're playing good golf with it already. I don't mind that, as long as it comes more from the inside. So I think what we'll do is go back to the original. Or the face-on view, and we're going to close your shoulders slightly at the address. So if your feet and your hips are targetward, parallel target, but I want your shoulders close. So put your left shoulder back a little further. That'll direct your club more to the inside, and you're going to tilt your spine back this way a little bit more when you're at the address. And when you get to the top, the first thing that has to come down is, see, it's going to be hard, because you're going to run ahead. Now you're so far ahead with your hands that you've got to throw that club. You're way ahead of that golf ball there, like this. And that's killing your power. If you'll notice, she's over the ball here. She's a little bit behind it, but she never really gets in front of it. That's what we're looking for. And some of that is because you're running ahead of it with your backswing. See, you're leaning that way already. Now you're way ahead of the ball. Your club's very, very late in getting to the ball. Your arms By the time you should never really get there. You never get past it, but your arms have to get down and you have to keep your head behind the ball. That's the big deal there. And that's why you're sawing it off a little bit with that chicken wing too. So I know you've got some big events coming up, and we don't want to mess too much, but long term is that you have single digit handicap ability, and I think there's a chicken wing and a hold off. That's a power outage right there, but you have to hold it off when you're coming from outside. If you're coming from inside, you can do this. You can get that release. See that? And I don't even see her glove here, and over here it's just held on to. So if I can get you down more on the inside, you're going to be able to release it and get a hell of a lot more out of it. Tilt back, turn a little more level, stay behind the ball, drop your arms down. This is a little better. You're a little bit more behind it, but we'd like your whole head behind it. And then release your hands. See, don't hold it off. You're hitting a long chip shot here. That's not the delivery you want. You want that glove hand, like Michelle Wees over here on this side, to disappear. There's the glove at impact, and the glove is gone. That's the rollover of her body, over her arms. All right? Good. All right, good luck. You're a good player, and I hope you win the club championship. But I think you have to maybe see me one more time. It might just be better, but that's up to you. All right, your club's here. See you, Mary Lou.